Today we are going to be adding some tones to the bottom of our paintings from last week. So I am going to be giving you your original colors, putting that into your cup. If you have a lot of paint left and you're done with your tints, we might need to get rid of some of that just to make sure that we can get this dark enough. So I'm going to add a good amount of that original color just so that you get your darkest tint possible. That's going to kind of be the difference between your tints and your tones. So normally we just use shades, but I like the idea of doing tones building from our white. So you're going to be adding your colors straight to the white paint. So I'll be doing that for you. And then mix it up. Make sure you clean off your brush before you use it. And I would just go right around your last ring, freehanding it. Just try to stay as narrow as you can, about the thickness of a brush. And it should be pretty easy because you shouldn't really have to go around as long as your rings are big enough. You should really just be painting the bottom of your piece of paper by this point. From here, you're going to be given a little bit of black paint on a paper plate. You're going to scoop just a small amount of that just to the tip of your brush and mix that in. You want to make sure that your color changes a good amount, especially depending on how much space you have left. So you see that mine got a little bit darker, but not a lot. So I'm going to add a little bit more, making sure that this is a nice darker tone. And then I'm just going to paint right underneath the last color, just using the thickness of the brush to guide the coloring. Now you're going to see a little bit of streaks in mine. That's because I didn't quite mix up my cup as well, and I did get some streaks on my brush still. So make sure to really clean off your brush in between and make sure to really thoroughly mix your colors. That way it isn't streaky. So you want to make sure that you mix until that marbling goes away. So it's one solid color, and then painting all the way to your edges, making it as dark as you can possibly go, but nice and slow. You don't want to go from a medium tone to pitch black. So make sure that you're kind of building until you run out of space. Now, as you can see, for the last color, I mixed the color from my cup into a little bit of that black. So that way I was working the opposite way. Usually we always mix the darker color into the lighter color, but because this is my very last tone, I wanted to make sure that it was as dark as I could get it, with being able to see a little bit of that pinkish color, but making sure that my last tone was super dark.